Hello and welcome to the Cryptonomatron. Here are my 5 ICO picks for November 2017. At number 5 ICO for November is Protoss. Now Protoss is an investment fund that will be run by veteran blockchain investors and technologists who have founded investment vehicles with a combined asset of over $1 billion and invested in 3 out of 5 of the highest market cap blockchain protocols in their earliest days. So they're a hedge fund basically, and they've invested already in crypto technology, so they understand it. They were also early investors in 3 out of the top 5 of the currencies today, so I presume Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin were involved there. So they've invested already. The positives that I took out of this ICO were that the team has a positive, proven track record of successful investments, not only in the crypto space but in the real world. They've sold companies that are worth $1 billion US. They've been involved with investment banking and other asset management, so they have good experience, and that bodes well for going into the future and adds confidence to investors in this ICO. The cryptocurrency asset management is going to be huge in the future. It's going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry, and these guys are poised to take a piece of that. There are plenty of hedge fund ICOs popping up at the moment. You've just got to pick the best one, and I think Protoss has got a good chance of being one of them. They're based in London in the UK, which is a financial capital, as you know, so they're well positioned to take advantage. Now the ICO is also managed by the Argon Group, and they're an investment bank that's focused on crypto technology, and they've also launched other ICOs. Salt Lending ICO was one of them, so that also adds some value to this ICO project. I like it. I'm going to be investing. I think I'll try and do a full review on Protoss in the near future before the ICO actually happens at the end of this month. Pre-sale is on at the moment. I believe the minimum contribution is 10 Ether for pre-sale, and there's no minimum in the general crowd sale, which is later on in November. So moving on to the number 4 ICO pick for November, it is Quantstamp. Now, Quantstamp is a protocol for securing smart contracts on the Ethereum blockchain. They will offer audit services for smart contracts using software and humans to ensure there are no errors. So this is a fantastic project. It's quite well known at the moment. Basically what they're going to do is they've got this software that checks your program for any errors. They're also going to use humans to double check, to verify, and any humans that are checking will get paid in their token, in Quantstamps or whatever their token is going to be. Now, the positives that I saw in this ICO, they're going to make smart contract audits affordable. Now, excuse me, if you want a smart audit done on your program at the moment, it can cost you upwards of $5,000. It's not cheap. But they, with their software, are going to reduce that price to around $10, $15, $20 even. So there's massive value in this. Everybody's going to be using it. It's going to be widespreadly adopted because it's on the Ethereum blockchain, as I mentioned. And it will make sure that smart contracts are more secure in the future. So it has real value to the technology. They have this new concept of proof of care to take part in the ICO. Now that shows that they have an excellent community support, because before you can actually purchase any tokens at the bonus stages, you have to show that you care about the project, and you have to demonstrate that you've done some Facebook posts or some social media posts or some other work about getting the word out there, and show that you're part of the community. And I think this is quite a good idea, because as we know, a good community support is essential for a token to thrive and grow in the future. If there's no community, like Ether Party, which has just been released recently, there's hardly any community there, it's flopped. So community support is an integral pillar of building a good project, and this project has it. And the last thing that I noted here very briefly was they're based on the Ethereum network, which means it will get widespread adoption, which is key to the technology succeeding. I think it's an excellent project. I'm going to try and do a review on it in the coming weeks. I believe the crowd sale is set to start on about the 18th of November, so keep your eyes open for this one. The pre-sale, I believe, is ongoing at the moment, and you need to register for that. I think it's too late now, the date's closed, but the crowd sale is open to all, so check out their website. I'll put the links below so you know where to go. Number 3 ICO for November is Winding Tree. It's been postponed. So Winding Tree was meant to launch this November. They are going to decentralize the travel business, essentially. However, they had some issues with Swiss regulations for ICOs, and they wanted to be in full compliance, so they have postponed until mid-February. So I had to pick another ICO, and that ICO was Clout. Now, Clout aims to become the standard in quality for everything crypto. News, media, investments, etc. It's an online-based integrated software that gives cryptocurrency investors a home. So essentially what they're going to try and do is make it a social media platform for advertisers, news media, investors. It will be Steam, InvestFeed, all rolled into one. Completely decentralized. So some of the positives that I took from their white paper and listening to their CEO speaking, excuse me, I've got a bit of a cough at the moment, so you have to forgive me. They're basically going to cut out the middlemen here in the advertising space, and that ensures that the content creators and investors benefit directly, so they'll get paid more and they'll own their own material, which I think is a very important point. They have this twin token model, Clout and CLC. Now CLC will be the gas to power the transactions, much like NEO and gas, similar model. So Clout holders will be able to accumulate CLC in their wallets. Now David Cohen from IOTA, you might have heard of him, is the CEO of this project. Now he's a big note in cryptocurrency space, so that adds weight and value to the project if he's behind it. What I also liked about this one was the token metrics are very good. There's a low initial token supply and a staggered release of the tokens up until I think it's 2060 or something like that. So the initial token supply will be 2.5 million during the pre-sale, 7.5 million for the team and the bonuses and everything else, and 10 million for general crowd sale, making a maximum total circulatory supply initially of 20 million tokens. The rest of the tokens will be distributed on a yearly basis or a 5-yearly basis. I can't quite remember, and staggered for the next few decades. So a long way to go in this one, but the low initial supply means there'll be good demand for this, and it should have legs when it hits the exchanges. I'll try and do a full review on Clout in the near future. Again, I think their ICO starts mid-November, so keep an eye out for it. My number 2 ICO for November is Playkey. Now, Playkey is a decentralized cloud gaming platform. The idea behind it is to provide cloud gaming services through blockchain tech. Now, this is important because more and more people are starting to use their mobiles to play games. They're connecting to cloud services. The internet is getting better. So as we move forward, we will see advances in this technology to allow you to play games off of cloud that are of very good and high quality. So the positives behind this ICO that I see are they already have the technology being used. Now that is a slam dunk, guys. Over 1 million gamers on 120 servers worldwide are currently using this technology. So it's already out there. It's a proven product that people are using, and you can't get any better than that. It's also backed by a strong team within the gaming industry. They see the future. They understand what the next level is, where the industry is going to go next, and they're backing this. So that's important. They also have a massive global market of 2.2 billion gamers. I mean, that is an incredible marketplace they have here. And that obviously will grow exponentially in the near future as well, and continue to do so. So the possibility here is phenomenal. And it's the natural evolution of gaming technology. Basically, what I mean there is, if you can't afford a PlayStation or you can't afford a Xbox, then you can use the cloud service to play games over the cloud using somebody else's machine that's able to run the games. Maybe your PC, for example, doesn't have the graphics card or the processor that's good enough or new enough to run the latest gaming technology. That doesn't matter. You can connect to the internet and play on the cloud with somebody else's machine. Now, this is going to be the future and the natural evolution of gaming technology. The way it's going to go forward is you're not going to have a box in front of your TV screen anymore. That'll be gone. You'll just turn on your TV, you connect through the internet to a server or a machine, and then you start playing the games. That will be the natural evolution of this gaming technology. Now, I'll try and do a review on this ICO as well later on. I believe it is running at the moment, so the ICO is live. You can get over on their website and buy tokens right now. So I like this one because I like anything that's to do with gaming that's different. And this isn't trading swords or weapons within games, or all these minor little token distributions that we've seen recently. This is something that really has got a lot of potential, guys. Yeah. Now, my number one ICO for November is Hacken. Now, what is Hacken? Hacken is a dedicated cryptocurrency for white hat hackers. That is a tongue twister. White hat hackers. I'm surprised I managed to pronounce that correctly. Hacken is the first custom-tailored decentralized token for cybersecurity professionals. It is based on the Ethereum platform. So it's dedicated cybersecurity for the blockchain. The value that this has, that I see, is multiple values in this token sale. The first one is it has a use case for the tokens. The HKN tokens can only be used to purchase services from Hacken themselves. So you can't use any other currency, fiat or crypto. You have to transfer into Hacken tokens, HKN tokens, and then make your purchase. They have this revolutionary burning model for the HKN tokens, which hasn't been done before to my knowledge, and that ensures control over demand and price. And what they're basically going to do is every time they make profit in the HKN tokens, instead of giving them all back and putting more onto the market, they're actually going to burn 50% of them. So that's an innovative idea, and it also means they will retain a little bit of control so that the price won't be affected. So any Hacken token holders essentially will keep the value of their tokens, which is good. They're also backed by a very strong team of IT savvy people, hackers, ethical hackers, programmers, and people in the know are talking about this on the grapevine. So this one definitely has legs. There's going to be a massive demand for it. Again, it's on the Ethereum blockchain. Cybersecurity is going to be a multi-billion-dollar industry. It already is. I mean, look at John McAfee. He's getting involved with some of these ICOs now. Hacken is going to be one of the players at the cryptocurrency security space. So this is my number one ICO for November. It's currently running. The big bonus stages, unfortunately, have finished, but there are still bonuses available. And you can go to their website. I'll leave the link below. I will try and do a full review on this ICO before it completes. So in the next couple of days, I'll try and get that done. And that's about it, I think, people. So those are my 5 top ICOs for November. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like my content. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you're thinking, what your ICO picks for November are. That any I've missed out you think are going to be better than any of these. let me know. I'm happy to review them. I'm happy to revise my opinion if something has, if I've missed something on my radar. You guys can suggest it. And remember, this is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence, research, and invest at your leisure. So don't jump into anything. Go and check all these projects out. As I say, it's not investment advice, guys. I'm not an investor. I'm just a guy that likes talking about crypto.